We're having such an animated, conversation about this topic today, and I'm loving it. And I hope there's someone out there who's learning from these women today, because I know we all have some point, just sat down and just looked at other people and just thought, I'm not enough. Well, you are enough. We're going to do our agree or disagree, segment, and then this will allow us to explore this topic a little more. So you've got your cards. Okay. We're going to put a question on the screen. So if you're in the comment section, let us know if you agree or disagree to this question. The question for today is, you cannot grow unless you measure against something or someone. Wait, don't put up your You cannot grow unless you measure yourself against something or someone. Okay, you can go, Chioma. Okay, let's see. Disagree. Where are you from, Lola? Agree. Agree. Let them see. Okay, what do you think? Okay. From Lola and I agree. And okay, let's go with Chioma. Chioma, why do you disagree?
We've said it countless times. Yeah. At the end of the day, you have yourself. I always say you're the most common denominator in your life, to be honest. So even if you didn't have anybody, so you tell me that you would not excel if you don't. Yeah. I'm going to keep using myself as a milestone or a yardstick, to do anything. And I believe that, yes, people are doing tremendous things, but I should be able to go back to myself and ask myself, how am I doing? What do I want to do? Where am I now? And then how can I go from it? And I think, that's the most important.
Yeah, and I believe in the benchmarking. I believe that representation matters. And that's why I like to be that representation for others, because sometimes your mind, you cannot become what your mind cannot kind of fathom. So that's why I agree, because I feel you need to see something that will sort of ignite something. And sometimes it might be one person. Like, for example, for me, Mrs. Dupe Olushola does it for me. I'm aiming for the top, because every time I see her, it's like, because I want to do better. I want to do more. So I believe that you need to see something, or compare yourself to someone or something, not compare in a negative way, before you can grow. But Lola, why did you disagree?
Yes, I disagree, because it should be you against you.
Yeah.
When it's you against you, then it's easier to move. You can be happy for others when you see them do great things. Because, for example, if we were measuring, when we started delivering small chops and grills on a daily basis, if you remember, those years, there was nobody else. You had to wait till it was a party.
And no one there.
We're like the pioneers in the industry, right?
Ashi.
We're just doing it because it was the right thing to do. Like, just because
it wasn't like you saw somebody.
No, there was nobody doing it.
Yes.
So, and then I think those are the people that kind of like get the people that they go through those things that they are just measuring against them against them. It's easier for you to get that recognition faster. Than you can be happy for others.
Yes.
And if you look at it, okay, let me just say, I'm always super proud of the Item 7 brand. Yeah. Like, super, I'm stunned. Like, do you get? So, but if you see our building, it won't strike anything, because we're not the tallest building.
Yes.
We're not the biggest. Yes. And you can relate that you've seen it somewhere before. So it's just like when you see something moving around. Let's say there's this trend. People have done it.
Yes.
You won't wait. You after the first 2 seconds, you move on because you've seen it somewhere else.
Exactly.
But if you are the first person to think about it, people want to stay, they want to laugh. That's where you get the traction and all of that. So be authentic, be you.
Absolutely.
So
that's Lola, why did you agree?
I agree. And the reason why I agree is that my father used to say something that when we were growing up, that is there a ghost that you want us to compare you with? It is human beings now. So if your child is, maybe getting 13%, so you can say that, see, we are not saying you need that to.
Like, see somebody else.
No, see. You are not saying that, okay, that you're not putting pressure, but you are saying that you are also capable of getting.
That's why must you mention somebody else's? My children hate that, and I hate that as well.
But you mentioned that
representation in a positive way.
Yes,
but anytime it's negative, and I think that's one of the most of my major problems. Because when my parents did that a lot. Oh, didn't you see your cousin? I feel like there's a way that you can tell me I can do better without mentioning. The moment you mention somebody's name, it immediately makes me feel.
But you mentioned maybe because you are older.
Yes, maybe because she's much older.
Maybe because you are older now. Yes. And you understand that you need to.
And it's not necessarily because I'm not looking at Mrs. Dupe Olushola because, look at her, look at me.
No.
It's more inspirational than, look at her.
Yes.
Why can't you be like her?
No,
so
why
it's more
can't
the
you be?
tone.
No, not why can't you be.
Right.
So you are also capable.
We're always firing on this table, so
you know, so you are also capable of, you know, doing that same thing.
Right.
So I also look at myself that okay, so these are things that I'm not comparing myself. I'm a very, you know, self-aware person. I know what I can do, but I mean, I'm also capable of doing this. I want to do this. I want to do that. It is not because I'm comparing myself to others. And I think everybody should, because if you don't do that, you just find yourself being laid back, you know, not moving ahead of, because you think that, I'm okay.
I don't know about that though, because at the end of the day, when you have yourself to compete, if you have a pedestal already, you're thinking ahead. I'm not. I don't need to look at it. And I would say, because you know, first movers advantage too. When in the mental health world, I would say I was one of the first people who broke the space, you know, in the NGO space, and I didn't have anybody to. Nobody was talking about mental health when I started. You get, and then when the things started coming in for it, I experienced it because I was the first. I didn't have anybody to look at. I made most of the blueprints that had to be made, you know, alongside other people, few people who were doing. Now everybody's talking about mental health, but because they have people to. If I didn't make that move, who would they look? So sometimes it might be.
Some people are also looking. But some people are also looking up to you. So and you know, like Ronke said, that it's okay.
And those are
she's doing things. You know, she's doing things that she does.
To be careful.
Yes.
Not, they will get. They will get lost in your own journey. And then because I find people now trying to be in our shoes rather than
but they don't know that you spent how many years.
And then when I see some things, I'm always asking, sometimes I'm going, Shawala because and I'm like, our customers know these things. Yes. And when they see this thing, there won't be a difference. They will just be, you will be the option. Right. Don't strive to be the option. Try to be the one.
And I think Choma said something, because where comparison is also wrong is, for example, I'm looking at Dupe Olushola, but I'm not looking to become her now. I don't know the kind of work she has done. When sometimes I see some people and they are talking about my career and they are talking about they want to, I'm like, do you know what I've gone through? Do you know what I've had to do legally?
But they
you know, but do you know what those people have had to do? So I think where it goes wrong is where people just want to, I want to be Choma Fakorede, I want to be Banky Lula, and you don't know what, you know, her traction is. I think that's where a lot of people get it wrong. There's nothing wrong with obviously looking at someone as representation and inspiration. However, I do also believe that yes, I look at it, but don't keep your eyes there. Look at it and then go back to yourself and look at how you can be your better version of yourself.
Like, okay, so whether you're a Christian or a Muslim, ask God to genuinely inspire you.
Yes.
So I always say, I tell God that, you know, I know that you are our source of inspiration. There was one day in my diary, I just wrote it because it just kept thinking, because the kind of ideas he brings.
It's just so original.
Sometimes
Vicky James does that as well. Vicky James says that a lot as well. Inspired by the Holy Spirit.
To be honest, when you are inspired by the Holy Spirit, when you are inspired, it's differently. Like, I sat with my team members.
I'm being told that we've got, oh my goodness, we've got it. Oh, I knew that this was going to be such an amazing conversation.
I sat with my team members for content. You know, I'm always too busy in operations, busy with this, busy with that. And I'm like, I trust you people to do this marketing thing now. Then, during when we're going for NBC, I'm like, let me just sit with you people. This thing that you people always copying, just following trends, and you don't have followers and everything. Oh yeah, let's sit down. And then we sat down. We just wanted to have like 5 content ideas. We ended up with 13. By the time we were shooting, we shot 26. And they were all phenomenal. We didn't even get to use up to 10. Yes, original. We used some of this when we're opening here.
Okay, well, I wish we had more time, and I hope we can have you ladies back, because I mean, this was just an amazing combination, and I love that you shared your real life stories. We have our wise words on the web before we run out, because they're about to throw us out of the studio. A flower does not think of competing with the flower next to it. It just blooms. All right, amazing one. Yes, a flower just be, and you realize that you become. When you be, you will become. Wow, what a powerful conversation today. Whether you're team benchmark for growth or team mind your lane, one thing is clear: we all measure something. The key is to ensure that what you're measuring fuels you and not frustrates you. Right? There's a difference. So remember, growth is personal. Your journey is valid, even if it looks different from the next person's. Thanks for rocking with us on The Big Conversation. And don't forget to subscribe, follow, and share with someone who needs to see this video. Until next time, keep thinking, keep growing, and most importantly, keep showing up. To these phenomenal ladies, thank you. Thank you so much.